Good morning, everyone. I am Thomas Tuesel, Coordinator of Student Activities, and it is my pleasure to welcome you to Staten Island Technical High School's 2019 Commencement Ceremony. To begin, we will recite the Pledge of Allegiance led by our Student Organization Treasurer, Nam Shawn, and the National Anthem performed by the Staten Island Technical High School Jazz Ensemble, followed by a brief welcome from our Student Organization President, Debbie Semple.
Salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Here's the Student Organization President, J.S. Semple.
What does that say? On behalf of the Class 2019, I'd like to formally welcome administration, friends, family, faculty, distinguished guests, undistinguished guests, and of course, Class 2019 for coming out on this special day. Can we get a round of applause? First and foremost, I'd like to personally say thank you to those who have been with us throughout the journey. Parents, thank you for bringing us to nag us, guilt trip us, and set unreasonably high standards. And of course, giving us love, assurance, and by being a helping hand, by giving us money when we grow. The PTA, thank you for being there, hosting those bake sales, and working with the schools to make our experience better. Tech teachers, thank you for giving us homework every single day. And of course, being there to hear us out and give advice. If it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be here today. When I was first asked to give this speech today, my first thought was, would I be able to see past the podium or reach the mic? You see, the last time I was on stage was in 5th grade, and I needed a milk crate to boost me up to see past the podium. I used to be fun size back then. Things have changed now. I'm 5'6" and 3/4. What's so funny? Shout out to all my short kings and queens out there. Remember, it's always hard when it hurts. Graduates, we've been together for 4 years now. We walked the same crowded halls. We feared the same tests, and wore the same ugly gym uniform. Looking back on it now, we faced many obstacles in class. Acne, Common Core Algebra, the first SAT, the second SAT, the third SAT, and the AP wrestling game. Yet, we persevered, and we ended up here. Street poet Meek Millie once said, I had to grind like that to shine like this. And for many of us, that meant putting in work after school, procrastinating, studying late at night, or performing in sing, multicultural, or spring school. Can we get a round of applause? Although we didn't know it then, we formed relationships and created memories that will last us a lifetime. Yeah, we started from the bottom, but now the whole team's here. As we sit here with our wizardly gowns and our rectangular hats on, I ask you to look to your left and your right. Not the parents, just the left. Many of us will be esteemed doctors, businessmen, and engineers. Some of us might be the next Iron Man. Who knows? But what I do know is that in the coming years, we will experience changes. And no, I'm not talking about career. I'm talking about something even worse. Adulthood. Sadly, that means doing our taxes, making our own doctor's appointments, and for some of us, doing laundry for the first time. Parents who might have your child in mind right now, mom, don't worry, I'm gonna get there. Being an adult means taking on more responsibility, but it's nothing we can't handle. Things might not always go the way we planned, but that's just the beauty of life. Nobody said it was gonna be easy, but nothing worth doing ever comes easy. Take risks, reasonable risks. Know that at some point in your lives, you will fail. You will be embarrassed. You will lose. I know I've had my fair share of losses. I didn't know it was possible to get a 38 on a test until I took trigonometry sophomore year. So when you fail big. Remember, failing is not when you fall, but failing is when you stop getting up. Denzel Washington said, if I'm going to fall, I don't want to fall back on anything. I want to fall forward. At least that way I know I'm going to hit. Fall forward. Do what you love and love what you do. Live like Larry. Stay resilient and follow your dreams, no matter how obscure they might seem. Dream big. Life is too short to worry. Our legacies are defined by the lives we impact and the relationships we create. It doesn't matter how much money you own, or how much money you have, or how many houses you own. In the end, you won't be able to bring with you. The Egyptians tried it. Don't aspire to make a living. Aspire to make a difference. Anyways, I know everybody here is trying to graduate, myself included, and bounce. So, I'm going to end my speech off with a quote from philosopher and NBA Raptors coach, Drake. You live without pretending. Love without defending. Listen without defending. And speak without offending. Thank you and congratulations to the class of 2019. At this time, I'd like to introduce Mr. Elmore for his opening address.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning and welcome to the 2019 Staten Island Technical High School Commencement Ceremony. I want to begin by congratulating the students of the class of 2019, parents, guardians, family, and friends who are joining us today. I'd also like to thank our coordinator of student activities, Mr. Tom Terusa, and activities coordinator, Peter Delagrazi, for planning this special morning with their team. I'd also like to welcome and thank Steve Barbarino, who is here from the district office to represent District 31, Deputy Superintendent Christine Laughlin, along with the Staten Island Technical High School faculty, staff, administration, PTA, honor guests, alumni, and the students performing today from our music program under the leadership of Mr. Robert Rams, who joined us to help celebrate the achievements and success of the class of 2019. In the past 4 years, the class of 2019 has worked extremely hard, demonstrating superhuman personal and academic feats on a daily basis. The excellence and achievement of the class of 2019 could be easily measured in numbers, which are impressive, especially when read aloud during moments and events like commencement. But the class of 2019 without the numbers is quite inspiring and even more impressive than any set of statistics I could ever read aloud. In fact, the class of 2019 was pivotal and inspirational in moving our school community and culture into our current evolutionary phase. Shifts and changes ranging from the introduction to letter grades, the movement away from numbers and the point chase, a universal grading policy, the arrival of our comfort dog, Sheldon, who yesterday afternoon achieved his status as therapy dog. He went through his own test yesterday. And practices that celebrate the genuine love of learning on an individual level easily come to mind. Other things that come to mind center around academic and social emotional wellness practices and working towards maintaining a healthy balance of body, mind, and spirit while developing a whole person. I also reflect on how we all spend time both in and outside of our classrooms, in the school, surrounding community, and workforce, being your best selves and discovering who you are. So that brings me to the first quote of the day, from Luke Skywalker, when he said to Rey in the Star Wars The Last Jedi, as they sat in the first Jedi temple, in person, Luke asked Rey, "Who are you?" Referring to that moment in that time in Rey's journey, Rey responded, but Luke asks again, this time more quizzically, "Who are you?" And while visiting this quote in a more rhetorical sense than anything else, like Rey, you're finishing, starting the next part of your journey in this moment in time as you continue to find and discover who are you. So while I was reflecting on this rhetorical thought, it reminded me of one of my first favorite teachers that while only a few or some of you may know, your parents may definitely know. His name is Mr. Rogers. I'm referring to Fred Rogers from Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, a famous children's television program from eons ago. So don't worry, if you do know who Mr. Rogers is, I'm not going to sit on the stage now, change my shoes, and sing to you. But he has an important message. And in 2002, Fred Rogers gave a moving commencement speech at his alma mater, Dartmouth College. Always a penchant for encouraging and teaching others on the importance of expressing kindness and thanks, I thought this part of his speech was perfectly fitting for today. Mr. Rogers stated, and I appreciate if you all follow in his wise words. This is what he had to say. "I'd like to give you all an invisible gift, a gift of a silent minute to think about those who have helped you become who you are today. Some of them may be here right now, some may be far away, some, like my astronomy professor, may even be in heaven. But wherever they are, if they've loved you and encouraged you and wanted what's best in life for you, they're right inside yourself. And I feel that you deserve quiet time on this special occasion to devote some thought to them. So let's just take a minute and in honor of those that have cared about us all along the way. One silent minute. All time always. I love that sentiment. So, before we continue with our ceremony, and as you're beginning the next chapter of your journey, I want to share with you a final sentiment that I hold dear and close to my heart. I always believe that one of the secrets to being a successful person is to never let go of being a kid at heart and in mind. We were all children once upon a time, and we were experts at it. Children possess the two most incredible superpowers, imagination and belief. Nothing's more powerful than a child's imagination, the ability to suspend disbelief and the discoveries to which it leads. The memories of your school experiences are often the cornerstone of your childhood. Hold on to a piece of that innocence. Continue to explore and expand upon the purest form of imagination, and let that child that lives inside you have playtime every once in a while. The fate of our world depends on it, and I, along with our faculty, family, and friends, believe in it. So when I learn of your accomplishments in the future, I, for one, will always remember who you were when you were a young techie. You've made us so very proud, and with my most sincerest and heartfelt sentiment, congratulations and good luck. Enjoy the ceremony.
second in her class and has chosen to attend Northeastern University in the fall. To salute the class of 2019 is our salutatorian, Megna Wagler.
Good morning, everyone. On behalf of the faculty, staff, and graduating class of 2019, I'd like to thank you all for joining us on our big day. I wanted to share a little story about a tree I have in my house. My parents have had this tree ever since they moved in, nearly 20 years ago. My parents watered it every day and made sure that it got plenty of sunlight. The tree was always just that, a tree. My whole life, that's all it's been, no surprises. It barely grew, it has green leaves and a brown trunk. But this year, for the first time, some of its leaves bloomed into flowers. These flowers were beautiful and aromatic. The tree had never shown signs of being anything more than a tree, but it was given everything it needed to bloom, and one day it finally did. Well, what does this tree have anything to do with us? Much like my tree, today we are blossoming. After 4 challenging years of high school, we have been provided with what we need so that our leaves can change into flowers. As we exit our high school years and move on to higher education, we are quite literally growing and blossoming into adulthood. Our trees would not have been able to grow without our roots. Our trees' roots are often overlooked. They're underground, they aren't as pretty as the flowers, and they are forgotten. But the fact is that trees cannot blossom without the nourishment that their roots provide. Therefore, we must also take a second to acknowledge and thank our roots. Our teachers, friends, and families for helping us grow. Without the knowledge given to us by our teachers, without the support from our friends and the love from our families, none of us would have been able to make it here. Our teachers lent us a helping hand when we needed it. They taught us, listened to us, and guided us throughout our journeys. Our friends and families provided us with the love and care that each of us needed to be the best we could be. I, for one, know that I could not have made it through high school without my roots. Over the last 12 years, the constant work we have put into our education has led us up to this moment. Our perseverance and diligence has allowed us to make it to graduation. Every homework, project, and test, every time we poured our hearts and souls into our arts, athletics, and clubs, every grueling night, every time that you wanted to give up, and every time that you didn't, contributed to some of your leaves blooming today. What really amazes me about our school is how many types of trees there are. There is so much talent, intelligence, and passion displayed by those who sit here before me. Whether you're an art tree, a science tree, or a sports tree, your dedication to your craft is inspiring. The plethora and diversity of skills displayed by everyone here contributes to how special each of you are. We all bloom in different ways. Our trees are different shapes, colors, and sizes, but we all come together to create a beautiful forest. To my fellow classmates, you should be very proud of yourselves for all that you've accomplished over the last 4 years. The path to graduation was not easy. We have all been faced with challenges every step of the way. But today, you should all remember overcoming those challenges and persisting with determination. It is that unwillingness to give up and that strength which will allow you to jump over the next hurdles of college. However, it is essential to remember that we still have many leaves left to bloom. Work with great effort over the next 4 years. Find passion and love in what you do, and most importantly, never give up. Provide your leaves with all that they need, and they will turn into flowers. And if you ever feel that your leaves are drying out, or that your flowers are wilting, remember your roots, and they will help you overcome the drought. To my class of 2019, congratulations. I wish all of you luck in college, and I hope you all find happiness in the future. Thank you.
We would like to present you with this gift. At this time, I'd like to call on Brewer Goldolf Officer Stephen Jones to conduct a special ceremony for one of my graduates.
Thank you. To the esteemed principal of Staten Island Technical High School, Mr. Mark Romine, to the faculty and staff of this renowned high school, to the family, friends, and guests of the graduates, and most especially to Staten Island Tech's graduating class of 2019. Good morning and congratulations. My name is Stephen Jones, and I represent the Office of Admissions of the United States Naval Academy, located in Annapolis, Maryland. This morning, I have the high honor and the distinct pleasure to recognize a significant accomplishment of one of your graduates, Mr. Adam Ibrahim. Adam has received and accepted an appointment to the United States Naval Academy. Adam continues a great tradition of Staten Island Tech graduates who go on to serve their country by attending the Service Academy. Competition for an appointment to the Naval Academy is keen. This year, Adam was one of about 16,000 students from throughout the nation who applied for one of approximately 1,200 seats for the Naval Academy's class of 2023. The admissions process is rigorous, requiring each student to obtain a congressional nomination, to complete a medical examination, and successfully pass a physical fitness test, in addition to the usual submission of applications, transcripts, and essays. The evaluation is thorough, focusing on well-rounded individuals with demonstrated leadership potential, a willingness to accept responsibility, and having outstanding academic credentials. In about a week, Adam will be sworn in as a midshipman in the United States Navy. And upon successful completion of a very demanding and challenging 4-year program at the Naval Academy, he will receive a Bachelor of Science degree and a commission as an officer in the United States Navy or Marine Corps. Staten Island Technical High School can be justifiably proud of Adam Ibrahim's achievement. And now, on behalf of the Superintendent of the United States Naval Academy, it gives me great pleasure to present this certificate of appointment to the Naval Academy's class of 2023 to Adam Ibrahim. Congratulations, Adam. And congratulations to the class of 2019, Go Navy.
Thank you again, Junior Enrolled Officer Stephen Jones and Adam Ibrahim. I would like to now welcome our student organization parliamentarian, Jocelyn Chin.
Good morning. To be considered a Rhodes Scholar means one is selected on the basis of academic excellence, character, leadership potential, and commitment to making a positive difference in the world. Our next speaker is not only known for being a Rhodes Scholar or an MIT graduate, but for being a young, enthusiastic leader that graduated from Staten Island Technical High School in 2015. She has been featured for her humanitarian work, recognized for her research, and honored for her determination to tackle poverty. Many faculty members have expressed what a pleasure it was to have a chance to teach and work with our keynote speaker. Please welcome our next speaker to the stage, 2019 Rhodes Scholarship winner and Staten Island Technical High School alum, Sarah Tress.
Good morning. It is truly an honor to be here on this special day. To be frank, when Mr. T called me a few months ago, asking me to be your commencement speaker, and once I got over the shock of my high school teacher calling me, I felt overwhelmed by how I, a person just 4 years older than you all, would be able to impart any worthwhile advice. Just 4 years ago, I walked across the same stage. And it hasn't even been that long since I've last been on the graduation stage. Less than 2 weeks ago, I walked across a different stage to receive my diploma from MIT. This past week has been pretty rough for me. One day, I was a student at MIT, and the next I wasn't. I stayed in Boston and watched all of my closest friends embark on their venture into the real world, a very scary place to 22-year-olds like myself. As I walked around MIT's campus this past week, it felt like a completely different experience, feeling both so familiar and yet like I no longer belonged. Like me, I bet a lot of you are feeling similarly sentimental about leaving tech. Many of you will be off to live on your own for the first time. Many of you have made incredibly close friends who will all scatter to different colleges and cities. Perhaps some of you are really excited for the adventure and will be counting down every second until you leave, while others might experience slight nausea every time someone says the word college. Apologies in advance to those of you in the latter category. You have another 12 minutes of that to sit through. Either way, all of you are about to enter into the unknown. None of you can predict what will happen over these next 4 years. While I wish my MIT degree gave me the magical powers to predict the future, unfortunately it didn't. What I can tell you, though, is what I learned over these past 4 years, and hopefully it will prove useful to you as you begin this next stage of life. Since I wish somebody had provided me with a list of pro tips or life hacks, I'm going to try to do that for you today, in a memorable and fun format. I'm sure a lot of you have read at least one BuzzFeed article with a title like 13 Simple Steps to Get You Through the Day, or 13 Potatoes That Look Like Channing Tatum. Yes, that is really one, I looked it up. So before you all Google, how do I make it through college, I'm going to present to you 7 things that may, or may not, happen to you in college. Number 1, you may experience real failure for the first time in your life. The first test I took at MIT, I failed. I completely bombed it. It was in physics, a class I needed because I wanted to major in mechanical engineering. I received a warning that I was failing within the first month. I came out of tech thinking I was a natural whiz at physics and math. But after that test, all I could think was, how could a failure of physics like myself still expect to be an engineer? After my abysmal performance in the first month of college, I can't say the thought of just escaping to some other major that didn't require physics didn't run through my head. But instead of taking an easy way out, I decided to prove those people wrong who were telling me I couldn't pass the class. I emailed my professor to ask him to meet with me to go over my tests and try to understand why I did so poorly. It took 3 tests with not so stellar grades, 3 meetings, and a ton of studying, but I came out of that class getting an A on the final. But that A wasn't what really mattered. What I learned through the semester was how to study for tests at MIT, which I realized was really learning how to problem solve. Like in the real world, the problems presented to me at MIT had no set way to arrive at a solution, and some had no solution at all. If I had given up after that first test, I would have given up on myself. What I learned was that failure challenges us to approach the problem in a different way. So when you all encounter failure, in whichever form it presents itself to you, you need to remember that it does not mean that you are a failure. I was quick to assume that I was a failure and could not succeed as an engineer. But most often, failure only tells you that you have something to learn. So every time you experience failure in these next 4 years, and trust me, it will happen in some shape or form, take it as a moment to learn something new, and resist the temptation to accept the failure as your fate. Number 2, you will have to do your own laundry. It will be okay. Remember that the Tide Pods belong in the tumbler with the rest of your clothes, not the drawer where you pour the detergent. This will save you from any angry emails from your peers. Number 3, you may be presented with the opportunity to become learned and worldly through travel abroad, and you should absolutely take advantage of it. The summer after my freshman year in college, I was presented with the opportunity to travel to India, completely cost-free, to do an internship. I had never left the US before, and was so excited to pursue my dream of becoming a world traveler. So off to India I went. I absolutely hated it. It was the little things that got to me first. There were no sidewalks, I couldn't figure out how to cross the street, the food was too spicy. But then the big things got to me. 30 homeless people slept outside of the hospital I worked at. There was trash everywhere. I was treated as incompetent because of my gender, yet I was treated as superior because of where I was born. One weekend, an intern took us to a local attraction in Hyderabad. As I watched crowds of people near the entrance, I noticed a man who was using one hand to drag himself on his stomach, and the other to collect money. He had no legs. It was a sight I'll never forget. My friend explained I could not give him money, because there were gangs that mutilated the poor to collect more donations, so giving the beggar money would bring the cash straight to the gang. We walked away. But I walked away, knowing I never wanted to come to India again, feeling so hopeless. I had been given every opportunity in the world to change it for the better. I was born in the US. I was not born into poverty. I was studying at MIT. Yet I never realized just how lucky I was until I encountered all of the people in India who had none of my most fundamental privileges. All of the brilliant interns I worked with had dreams to attend MIT, but I had the privilege to attend while they couldn't because we were born in different countries. Yet my friends were the ones who had it relatively good within India. I realized how many people in extreme poverty are robbed of the ability to dream at all. I wanted to give people the chance to dream, something I had taken for granted until that internship. India showed me how I could help. I worked in an engineering center within an eye hospital, where the engineers created low-cost versions of the hospital's high-tech equipment so the technology could be brought to all of their rural clinics. I developed a project called Pulsar, a low-cost, 3D printed attachment for smartphones, allowing doctors to get an image of the cornea to detect keratoconus, a condition where the surface of the eye bulges and worsens vision. India showed me I could use my creativity and engineering knowledge to create simple solutions to the problems I saw there. This internship in India completely hijacked my trajectory in college and life. I had thought I would study engineering and then go to medical school to be a surgeon. Since going to India, I spent the past 3 years working on how engineering and international development can intersect to improve the lives of the poor. I designed and developed a low-cost inflatable wheelchair seat cushion to prevent deadly pressure sores for wheelchair users in developing countries. This project started as just a small idea I worked on by myself and has transformed into a venture called Loop, with a 5-person team and $45,000 in funding, which allowed me to spend the past 2 summers working in Indonesia. Loop will actually be used by wheelchair users starting this summer. While there is an overused dogma that studying abroad changes your life forever, I have found that there is actually truth to this statement. By being open to a way of life so different from my own, I was able to grow in ways that I never could have predicted. So if you're presented with the opportunity to study or work in another country, take it. Your time spent abroad will help you to check your privilege and perspective, and maybe even shape your ambitions in life. Number 4. Prep parties will be sweaty and smelly and might make you learn that you actually don't know how to dance. When I arrived at college, I realized the only form of dance I had competency in was the classic fist pump. If you find yourself in similar straits, don't panic. I did dance as a child and hated it, and quite frankly, was not good at it, at all. The great thing about college is that you'll be presented with the opportunity to learn how to do anything if you keep your mind open. With full acceptance of my own incompetence in dance, I decided to join a dance team in my freshman year. It was one of the best decisions I made in college. I started off just as bad as I remembered, but I stuck with it, and after a few semesters of practicing and attending as many workshops as I could, I was selected for all the advanced dances. I became so good at dancing that my non-dancer friends were scared of dancing with me at parties. The dance community also gifted me with some of my most diverse and closest friends. If you find yourself completely embarrassed by your lack of skills like I did, whether it be playing soccer, singing, or speaking a second language, join an organization that will teach you how to do it, especially if it scares you. You can live your whole life sitting down at parties, envying the people who are carefree on the dance floor, Or you can go be the life of the party yourself. Don't let "I can't" or "I don't know how" really mean "I'm too scared to try." Number 5, you will actually have to take care of feeding yourself. The freshman 15 is real. While a great comfort in times of distress, be wary of the unlimited ice cream in dining halls. Number 6, you will forget to call your family. Sorry, Mom and Dad. But really, don't forget to call them. They spent their lives trying to get you to the point where you can be independent, and will be very proud of you for becoming your own person. But they will also miss your presence at home dearly, and will really appreciate if you could at least call them every week. Number 7, you will find yourself saying IHTFP. MIT has its own language. We really like to abbreviate everything in the form of numbers and acronyms. One acronym known to everybody at MIT is IHTFP, and it is used to describe how you feel while at MIT. On the good days, it means "I have truly found paradise." And on the bad days, it means "I hate this effing place." I have found that IHTFP has perfectly summed up my experience in college. In the best of times, college has truly felt like paradise. Whether it be late nights spent exploring the rooftops of school buildings overlooking the Boston skyline, receiving a grant to fund a project you've been working on for a semester, or finding a group of friends who support you and your ambitions to no end, college can feel too good to be true. But in the worst of times, whether it be getting 2 hours of sleep each night for a week, receiving a "thanks but no thanks" from every single internship you apply to, or living with a roommate that doesn't understand personal hygiene, college can also sometimes feel like a living hell. If I have learned anything over these past 4 years, it is that some of the best experiences of your life will be contradictory, at times amazing and yet absolutely horrible. It is the memory of the amazing parts that will keep you going through the bad times. The horrible parts are the most important ones. The pain of these experiences will teach you more about yourself than you could have taught yourself, as long as you keep yourself open to them. While I can't guarantee that any of my experiences over these past 4 years will be similar to your experiences in the slightest, I would venture to say that if you spend the next 4 years filling your time with experiences that will scare you, challenge you, and even make you miserable, there's a great chance you will come out on the other end a better version of yourself in ways you would have never expected. Good luck, and congratulations to the class of 2019.
Ms. Tress, on behalf of the class of 2019, as Senior Class Vice President, I would like to thank you for your meaningful words and for taking the time to be part of our graduation today.
At this time, I would like to invite the senior members and control seekers to prepare for their performance after the next speaker.
The class of 2019 is talented in so many ways, but their academic accomplishments, as always, rise above even the highest expectations. Having achieved the highest cumulative academic average in her class and off to MIT in the fall, Pamela Stark has the privilege of delivering the valediction today. Ladies and gentlemen, the valedictorian of the class of 2019, Pamela Stark.
In sophomore year, we first began to hear the whispers about the so-called habits of success. None of us were really sure what it meant, but it promised early dismissal on faculty conference days and replaced the dreaded participation rate. So we were, for the most part, on board. Then it was the bells. I still remember the absolute chaos the first time they blasted out Jingle Bell Rock instead of our usual tone. We thought it was just for the holidays. It wasn't. The musical bells stayed. There were countless other changes that had made their mark in our school. Sheldon therapy dog, poor dog, letter grades, and the increasingly ridiculous morning announcement sign-offs. With every titration Tuesday and Thanos Thursday, our school grew into something just a bit different. Familiar but new. And just as tech itself has changed, so have the people walking its halls. The underclassmen, many of the teachers, I'm Mr. Spelsley, and of course, us. Over the last 4 years, I've considered becoming a doctor, or a teacher, or a physicist, or, during a particularly unusual time in my life, a philosopher. I've lost my glasses in more places than I can count, and I have quit a job after working for a total of 2 hours. My path has not been linear, and I'm willing to bet that neither has yours. So, celebrate. Take pictures of your graduation caps, go out with your friends, and finally post those prom pics you still haven't had a chance to. Celebrate the consistencies in life. The boys volleyball team's 4 championship wins, the jazz ensemble's 5 consecutive gold medals, and Mr. Brunetti's prestigious streak of victory in the door decorating contest. But don't forget to celebrate change. Take the time to celebrate who you were 2, 3, 4 years ago. Your past self is a part of you. Every mistake, every victory, every experience has combined to make you the person you are today. Celebrate the good and the bad. Celebrate the passions you have discovered and the friends you no longer have. Because who we are now is not who we were 4 years ago, nor is it who we will be 4 years from now. I think that's my favorite thing about graduating from a place like this. Not the shiny diploma or the gorgeously designed yearbook, or even the anticipation of moving on to bigger and better things. It's being able to look back and see how everything and everyone has changed. To quote Pocahontas, you can't step in the same river twice. The water's always changing, always flowing. That's life. And while we will always be the class of 2019, never again will we be the same group of people sitting here now. So, thank you, congratulations, and best of luck to Staten Island Tech's graduating class of 2019.
Thank you, Pamela, for your words of pride and perseverance. We'd like to present you. Thank you. All right. If you give it, the Trill Seekers are on their way up before their performance. We can give it a round of hand. For the Trill Seekers. guidance counselors for the 12th grade. Lisa Barnett, Catherine Ginos, Margaret Ferrigno, and Ellen Devine. Our college counselor, Mrs. Liliana Leoforte, along with our principal, Mr. Mark Lewine, and our assistant principal of organization, health, and physical education, Mr. Robert Andrews. Our assistant principal of social studies and CTE, Mr. Joseph Manzo, and our assistant principal of English, Russian, performing arts, music, and student activities, Noel Sanguinito, for the presentation of the candidates for graduation.
Will the candidates for graduation please rise? It is with great pleasure that I present to you the class of 2019 and certify that they have completed the requirements for graduation as set forth by the University of the State of New York, the Department of Education of the City of New York, and Staten Island Technical High School.
I hereby accept the class of 2019 as candidates for graduation and declare them graduates.
For the first one, please remain standing and proceed to the stage. We kindly ask that you hold all applause until all names have been read.
David Abramson. Dennis Adayev. Ruth Agibbs. Zainab Akpinar. Amir Amaz. Shakya Amaratanga. Lucas Astomborski. Christopher Atos. Gadon Averick. Stephen Aziz. Alexander Barshava. Andrew Bauman. Salim Belyayev. Matthew Belzer. Bisma Bhatti. Jackie Bien. Samuel Berman. Dennis Botazatu. Mira Botros. Mark Boyne. Alana Vivian Brown. Christina Buencamino. Sandra Cangelosi.
Ludwig Castillo Musinietze. Ahmed Bahiri. Sin Chan. Andy Chang Wu. Ricky Chow. Alexandra Chechkina. Diana Chen. Henry Chen. Jason Chen. Jeff Chen. Xiying Chen. Teresa Chen. Trinity Chen. Emily Chung. Caesar Chin. Linus Chu. Alex Choi. Mindy Choi. Henry Chow. Stephanie Chu. Deanna Ciccarelli. Melissa Colella. Anthony Colossi. Vivian Kong. Michael Belkin. Winnie Chen. Alyssa Corley. Ryan Crimmins. Gabriel Cruz. John Paul Darcy. Racine Deere. Nancy DeGrazia. Denise Denizer. Kaylee Descala. Derek Ding. Alina Dubovskaya. Annie Joyce Ng. Jenny Fang. Ksenia Farafanova. Yaya Farabella. Samuel Feinley. Benny Fong. Sharon Fung. Sherry Fung. Jalen Xavier Gaither. Francis Gackman. Ryan Gallo. Ziron Chen. Dennis Dudkin. Daniel Edelstein. Jeffrey Geller. Matthew Genovese. Yostina Gerges. Michael Gahn. Christopher Gonzalez. Kevin Gonzalez. Edward Graba. Raymond Grishko. Richard Guam. Michelle Huang. Christopher Hope. Summer Hoffman. Benjamin Hoko. Nicole Shee. Jonathan Huang. Christopher Hoy. Rachel Huang. Joel Khan.
Christian Elobre. Nora Tony. Isabel Luschenko. Ahmed Hassan. Nadine Ibrahim. Andrew Irvine. Victoria Islamova. Maxwell is Chucky. Andrew Jacobson. Kazi Chua. Eugene Jung. Ibtihal Kamal. Azricina Kamel. Ariel Kapul. Hannah Kassim. Ronald Kogan. Irene Christina Cocaliares. Benjamin Corris. Sarah Kovalev. Roman Krasnovaya. Conrad Kravya. Jessica Krikanoff. Amy Kwong. Michelle Kwan. Mariella Haynes. Hugh He. Alvin Huang. Jasmine Kaur. Ali Khan. Danny Locke. La. Athira Lalu. Abdurrahman Lamda. Terrence Lau. Terry Lau. Daniel Davidson Lee. Yaren Lee. Melody Lay. Edward Leibowitz. Michelle Liang. Zanzan Liang. Ariel Libertad. Thomas Lieberman. Andy Lynn. Frank Lynn. Lisa Lynn. Richard Lynn. Dasol Kim. Nicholas Kim. Sofia Kabzarenko. Donald Leon. Nathan Liu. Sin Lin. Tian Lin. Tommy Lin. Yu Fei Lin. Stephanie Liu.
Tiffany Liu. Wenpei Liu. Sinrong Liu. Luis Alejandro Lobato Cocamo. Leah Loperena. Christine Louis. Mason Ma. Jennifer Mahoney. Antonio Monto. Christian Marino. Brandon Marks. Jasmine Mayor. Caitlin McGettrick. Sebastian May. Arbel Meta. Anna Lee. Austin Lee. Howden Lee. Zijun Lee. Jason Louis. Rachel Meyer. Emily Min. Michelle Merkin. Justine Molinari. Jenna Mui. Michael Murray. Miriam Miho. Rahan Naeem. Olivia Nassa. Ibrahim Nazir. Sydney Palmer. Sammy Pan. Pawan Pereira. Andrea Perone. John Pesolano. Anton Petrick. Jacqueline Picasso. Delara Portelli. Christina Kwaku. Anthony Romanovich. Cesar Lucido. Teresa Lynch. Giordano Lynch Ferraris. Jalen Ma. Gia Ramush. Venu Ranawera. Mark Rakuten. Cassia Rizzo. Michael Robinson. Ethan Rosen. Mitchell Ruan. Evan Rubenstein. Jared Rubino. Michael Ruiz. Samantha Saba. Victoria Sahadi. Kajini Sandrakumar. Darina Seaman. Jack Sheridan. Benjamin Shoyet. Joshua Schuster. Aileen Schwartzberg. Louis Siddiqui. Deborah Silva. Charandeep Singh. Joseph Parisi. Patrick Paskowski. Daniel Pecoraro. Sankalp Patel. Rini Singh. David Surchenko. Joseph Sortino. John Spade. Jeremy Vincent Spina. Eric Stein. Zachary Sterling. Kyle Sue. Hannah Susich. Michael Taliento. Alicia Tan. Jenna Spy.
Stacy Tuller. Dea Tursvili. Brian Tututnik. Louis Alfred Belmonte. Ariana Bata. Sharon Sappho. Timothy Sari. Angela Scattini. Caitlin Schroeder. Leanna Schuler. Sabrina Tang. Sean Vassar. Matthew Baisfeld. Patricia Villaflor. Joseph Volpe. Daniel Bolstein. Liam Walsh. Andy Wang. Rosemary Wiedemann. Tumara Wijing Singha. Elias Wikush Tibet. Edison Wong. Emily Wong. Andy Yang. Dong Huang Yang. Darren Yao. Elias Yazdi. Ming Yi. Clarissa Yi. Sylvia Tang. Zoras Tassin. Nicholas Tesorero. Elton To. James Tonry. Samuel Tufilis. Alvin Wu. Hannah Young. Ashley Yin. Brittany Yip. Gordon Yu. Christopher Zandler. Bridget Zaretsky. Ann Zatz. Biana Zabarski. Anthony Zhang. Jackson Zhang. Wan Peng Zhang. Mohammed Zohair. Young Yin Zhao. Carolyn Zhu. David Zhu. Karen Zhu. Xinyan Zhu Zhang. Andy Zhu. Daniel Zelinsky. Jaden Wong. Michelle Wong. Elena Wu. Evan Wu. Helen Sue. Ned Coder. Danny Chia. Viola Zoto. Mahanid Zahiri. Leland Zhang. Thomas Zhang. Sherman Zhao. Adam Ibrahim. Taylor Teich. Amanda Chen. Jordan Dougherty. Christopher Molina. Yvonne Ross. Aya Osman. Sadna Pakala. Jason Marorira. Sabrina Gambino. Jocelyn Chen. Cassidy Williams. Manan Sharma. Elizabeth Bianco. Nathan Molinari. Philip Batov. Alexandra Curran. Sydney Schmidt. Duhan Sierra. Gaine Gorpin. Meghna Wigley. Pamela Stark.
Our senior class secretary, Sandra Collin, will now lead the graduates in the commencement declaration. Will the graduates please stand?
Please repeat after me. With gratitude to my school, with pride in my city, and with devotion to my country, I pledge as a graduate to cherish the traditions of Staten Island Technical High School, as a citizen to work both alone and with many, to improve my city, and as an American, to obey my country's laws, and to support and defend its Constitution.
Thank you, Sandra. Will the graduates please move your tassels from the right to the left to signify your status as graduates? Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2019. Congratulations, graduates.
My name is Bridget Zaretsky. I'm going to the University of Michigan and I'm studying business. My name is Stacey. I'm going to Northeastern University and I'm studying finance. My name is Michelle Larkin and I'm going to Northeastern University and I'm studying health science.
My name is Anton Petrick. I'm going to the University of California, Santa Barbara and I'm studying financial mathematics and statistics. Ocean. I'm going to Cornell and I'm studying pre-med.
Hi, my name is Sharon. I'm going to Cornell University and I'm majoring in healthcare policy. My name is Leanna Schuler. I'm going to the University of Maryland and I'm going to major in criminology. My name is Farah Jessica. I'm going to Staten University and I'm majoring in biology. Hi, my name is Clarissa Yee and I'm going to the University of Pennsylvania and I'm majoring in nursing.
Deborah Silver, Binghamton University in engineering.
And that's Hunter College Macaulay Honors Program, Chemistry and Computer Science.
Ariana Bata, St. John's University, Biomedical Sciences.
Evan Rubenstein, Fordham University, English and Economics.
Ava McGetry, English. Angela Scatini, St. John's University in Pharmacy.
I'm going to Stevens for engineering.
Hi, I'm Emily. I'm going to Boston University and I'm majoring in physics.
My name is May. I'm going to Northeast University. I'm majoring in pharmacy.
Hey, I'm Evan. I'm going to Baruch and I'm doing finance.
Hi, my name is Tammy Pan. I'm going to New York University for nursing.
My name is Manav Sharma. I'll be attending Northeastern University and majoring in math.
I'm Joseph Volpe. I'm attending Binghamton University and I'll be majoring in physics.
My name is Andy Yang and I'm going to Stony Brook University and I'll be majoring in computer science.
I'm Amanda Chin and I'm going to NYU Stern and majoring in business.
I'm Jocelyn Chin. I'm going to UPenn and I'm going to be majoring in chemical engineering.
Hi, I'm Alexandra Cheshkin. I'm going to Cornell University and I'm going to major in applied economics and management. Hi, I'm Rachel Meyer. I'm going to Boston University and majoring in psychology.
Samuel Berman, Nova Southeastern University, exercise and sports medicine.
Mark Williams, St. John's University, legal studies.
Jeff Geller, LIU, sports management.
Dennis Sadaev, going to Baruch, and I'm majoring in economics.
Theology, Binghamton University, biochem.
Daniel Zelinsky, City Polytech, cybersecurity.
I'm going to the University of Michigan. I'm going to be studying nursing.
Hannah Yum, John J. Macaulay, criminal justice. Karen Zhu, Northeastern University, Neki. Shakya Murtuka, NYU, civil engineering.
Sunyan Zhu, I'm going to CSI Macaulay and I'm trying to pursue physical therapy.
Shaylin Ma, Northeastern, mechanical engineering.
C. Chen, NYU, applied psych.
I'm Cassidy Williams. I'm going to Columbia and I'm majoring in computer science.
I'm Mason Ma, Stony Brook University, biochemistry.
Anthony Zhang, Binghamton University, and mechanical engineering.
Andrew Bauman, Stevens Institute of Technology, mechanical engineering.
Danny Shan, Stony Brook University, pre-med.
Look at that! Whoa!
Michael Ruiz, New York University, computer engineering.
Linus Drew, New York University, finance.
Sebastian May, Binghamton University, business.
My name is Yahya Paragalla and I'm going to CCNY for mechanical engineering.
My name is Edward Grabov. I'm going to Colgate University for biomechanical engineering.
My name is Summer Hoffman. I'm going to Boston University for neuroscience.